All right, with today's video, we're going to be looking at adding attachments to your websites, putting links on your websites, uploading documents to Google Drive a little bit will go along with that to help us put attachments. So we'll go to our site and select our site. And here we have one of the first places that you may want to add attachments is to your calendar. And you actually don't even need to be on your site to do that. You will be actually in your calendar. And so from your Drive or from your email, there's this icon here, and you click on Calendar. And so let's say I gave them the review or the study guide today. I want to add that study guide so if somebody loses it, they have it. Now you'll see it brings up documents that are in my Drive, which is Google Drive. Well, that is not something I already have on there, and so I have to, first thing I'll have to do is upload from my computer. And so I go to my computer and go. I have to just kind of scroll through to find where I've got my semester exam review, and then there's my final exam study guide, and I upload it, and it converts it, or it's then upload it here. And there, now students have access to it. All I have to do is hit save, and the study guide, when they click on it, if it says edit event, it will add the attachment. They'll be able to see that. They won't see all of this information, but they will see some of it. All right, so once we've done that, that's one way that you can attach a document to a to your website, is through your calendar. So what I showed you is one that was not actually in your Google Drive already. So I'm going to do another one, just a test one, and show you how to do that. So then you'll click on Edit Event and Add Attachment. And if you've already uploaded it prior to that, it would then show up right here, like that one is now, and you put it, select it, and it automatically appears there. You click save, and there you go. And so I'm going to have to delete that because I don't want my students thinking they had a test yesterday. So that's one way to go about doing it. So now we'll get back to our site, and if you actually click on Calendar now, you'll see the study guide is there. If they were to click on it and more details, there is the study guide, which is exactly what you want. All right, so another way to do that from your website, so you're on the website, is within a new page. You could have a page. Let's say you want a page, and you're going to call this page Notes. And it's going to be at the top level. And so you create that page. And so here we see a couple of things. One here is an add files, and here's the comments, and that's something I usually get rid of, but we can put, let's say we want chapter 3 notes. Well, you can make that a link. You can link that to something. And so you click on that link, and you can link it to another page, but in this case we're actually wanting to link it to a web address, because what we're going to do is we're going to go into my Drive and we're going to find something. So here's some notes that I have. Now this is Hamilton's economic plan handout that I gave. And so I'm going to not select it, I'm going to click on that document, and I'm going to actually make sure I'm all the way in the document, because see, that's just kind of viewing it. Whoop, I'm sorry, that's not correct. So I'm going to open the document. And that is the web address. So you can have each of these documents that you have in Drive actually have a web address. And so I now go to back to my notes page, and that's the link that I'm going to copy and paste in there. I like to put it in a new window, but not everybody does. That's up to you. And I click OK. And so now that is a link to Chapter 3 notes. And it's right there. And so I've saved it. You'll remember one of the things I think it's a good idea. There's something I want to do to this page. I'm going to do page settings. I'm going to remove the allow comments. Now I'm going to leave allow attachments in this case because you may want to allow attachments. So I click save. And if you want to add files, this would be another way you can do it. You just click on it, and let's say I want my final exam study guide there. I click open, and there my final exam study guide appears right there. So there's a couple of different ways for the people to access for you to do it. With this, you don't have quite as much control over how it's organized. You just kind of put the file there and it's there. With here, you can kind of organize your notes a little bit more. So for example, if I want to edit this page, and I could even do, so I didn't mean to do that. So let's say I titled it Chapter 3, and then underneath it it's Hamilton Economic Plan, and then farewell address. And so then let's say I'm going to remove those notes. I decided I don't want those notes. You can begin to format and organize it a little bit here. Is one way that you could do that. I can bold that and underline it, and then do the same thing. Now I'm going to link this, and so I highlight it. I hit this link button. It looks like two chain links. Hit the link button. I go to the web address, and so I'm gonna I have Hamilton's Economic Plan open in my Drive. I copy the web address. I come back to my notes page. I paste it into there. I want it to open in a different link, and I click OK. And so now, and I could do the same thing with this farewell address, and on and on and on. And so that's one way you can do that. And so you're done. Notice my notes. I don't have a tab up here yet, and so I'm going to add. I need to do that, and that's going to show up on every page. So I need to go to Edit Site Layout, because that is something that's going to change through the entire site. Hover over the tab, add the page, and put the notes there, and click OK, and it shows up. Let's say you decide notes is really important, so you want it right next to your home page, and so you want to move it up. And there you go. You just simply click the arrow to move it up, and you can adjust it how you would like. And then click OK. And it's there. Now I'm going to close out of Edit Site Layout, and I have now I've added notes as an attachment. I've added notes as a link, and I have added or attached items to the calendar. And then I also showed you, and I'm going to just review real quick, how to upload a document to. So let's say you've got some notes that you made in Word, and you want it in your Drive so that it's easily accessed by the calendar or one of these other things. You simply hit upload, and you find the file that you are wanting to upload. You click open, and now one thing that you have to make sure you do is you then share it, because right now it is private and only I can access it. I have to change who can access it. The easiest one to make sure everybody will be able to see it is public on the web, and then you click save, and then done. You X out of that, and it's all done. And you can see I actually have done this twice. One of them is shared and one of them is not. And so there we go. That should be good for this